Okay, we need to deal with the stages of grief and some of the myth around that. There was a lot of work done, and the stages of grief have emerged as sort of this beginning point from people's understanding. However, there are some myths related to it. For example, we know that the 5 stages of grief are denial, bargaining, anger, depression, acceptance, relief. What people don't seem to understand is that the word stages of grief is kind of unfortunate because it doesn't really follow in that sort of progression. Not everybody, for example, experiences denial. Not everybody experiences anger. And so there's a bit of a myth that if you just start at one and then you kind of move through them, you can get to the other side. Now, like I said, it's kind of like this pit. That's what I think of it as your life. The asteroid came, made this pit of your life. You may start denying the death happened, then you might start to bargain for your loved one's life, and then you may get to the point where you're just angry that it happened or that it's happening. And so it gets through the stages. You may follow that, but otherwise you might not. You could also ping pong back and forth between them. You might get to the point where you accept it because you saw it coming. Maybe it was a long, long death. And for example, in the case of my dad, he'd suffered for many, many years with a heart condition, and then just sort of, and miraculously, we had him for a lot longer than we thought. But eventually, finally, we could see that there was a decline. So there wasn't that idea of, there was no more bargaining left, I think, in us. There was no more denial, right? So it's going to vary with every person. So not every person's going to go through all those stages of grief, nor are they going to do them in order. With my husband, I finally felt like I kind of got through the anger of him leaving us and got through, and then made a discovery about an affair he'd had years previous in our relationship, and then was pissed off all over again, right? I mean, it just can come back. And now I'm mad that yes, he's dead, and now he can't give me the answers that I want about that situation. So you can, in the process, kind of jump all the way around depending on who you are, and what your relationship was to that person. So that's one of the first myths I think I really want to deal with. If you're a dandelion, write it down below. And if you resonated with this, subscribe, hit the bell, the button, the buzzer, throw an arrow at it, whatever you makes the algorithms and YouTube happy. That would be great. And we'll see you more for the Dandelion Way.